We had a video about why you should never sell your rental property. Some of the things that we do as we're recording content is we want to give you the contrarian point of view. We want to give you the other side. We want to try to give you the unbiased, filtered opinion. And what's awesome is people come out of the woodwork. This person said, F you, I pay a lot for evaction. And I'm hoping what they meant was, screw you, I pay a lot for evictions. So now, because they spent a bunch of money on evictions, they're probably pissed off and selling their property. COVID kind of mentally messed a few landlords up, especially in hardcore blue states. People weren't paying. And then there was a bunch of protections provided for those tenants from the landlords. And some landlords lost properties, they got behind. That was completely unfair. It's also the first time that the federal government has invaded your property rights at that level, where they told you what you could and could not do, and that you could not collect rent and you couldn't evict them. Unfortunately, I know a lot of people who it cost them tens of thousands, and in some cases, hundreds of thousands of dollars. My advice is go get involved in your local politics and fight this level of tyranny and this level of invasion of your property rights. It's the most important thing for you to do to keep America free. I love it when we make a video and we're talking about the housing crisis. We're talking about the massive lack of freaking supply, people, and we're 4.5 million freaking units behind. And people say there is no housing crisis. And specifically, this one says there is no housing crisis, just too many greedy, rich dirtbags crisis. Even if they build cheap housing, the 1% and their companies will buy them up before they even hit the market, then rent them out for exuberant prices. We have more than enough housing, but the issue is it's all owned by the private powers that are incredibly greedy. Google is your friend. All you have to do is go to the St. Louis Federal Reserve's website and go and look at building permits. And I want you to look at building permits during the great financial crisis. And then I want you to ask yourself a question when you see the permits drop off a cliff and there's that giant V shape right there. I want you to ask yourself, how many building permits were not issued and how many homes were not built? And the answer is about 4.5 freaking million. And that's why rents keep rising. That's why home prices keep rising. And the only places they're not rising is there in the South, which is parts of Utah, Florida, and Texas, because those states have allowed a lot of new construction to be built. Secondly, we want to blame the boogeyman, and politicians blame the boogeyman. The media blames the boogeyman instead of getting to the heart of the crisis, of the problem. Saying we don't have enough homes, it's not sexy. It's not scary. It doesn't point the finger at anyone. We just haven't built enough. So as early as 2025, investors own 9.9% of all homes in the United States. But Anton, what about these hedge funds? It looks like 32 large investors, or AKA institutional investors, AKA hedge funds, own about 450,000 homes in the United States. Is it a major problem? No. But there are some markets in the South where, yes, they can influence a whole neighborhood. But if we're to look at the whole United States, hedge funds don't own enough to control the market. Neither do individual investors. Please Google as you comment.